guys, welcome into the Taste Buddies kitchen. We're cooking something very simple, something my dad used to cook for us when we were little, and it's Makaronia me Kima. That translates macaroni, pasta. Sometimes you use spaghetti, you can use tagliatelle, you can use anything with mincemeat sauce. And my dad's mincemeat sauce was to die for. It was unbelievable. And it's so simple to make and with very few ingredients. So let's go to the ingredients. Onions, roughly chopped, and some garlic grated, a cinnamon stick, a couple of bay leaves, a little bit of nutmeg, tomato puree, wine, red wine, olive oil, and minced meat and some pepper. I'm not going to use any salt because I'm going to use some stock, some nice chicken and beef mixed stock. So heat the pan up and let's do it. And pour in a good glug of olive oil.
I think that was one of his secrets. He was never shy with the olive oil, was he, your dad?
No, he loved olive oil. He loved olive oil. In this case now, if it was me, I would put some lardons in, but I don't do them anymore because of this, basically. But if you wish, optional, cut some lardons, crispen them up, and then add your onion and garlic.
That's your twist on it, but you're sticking to Dad's today,
I'm
aren't you?
sticking with that, yeah. Traditional Dad's recipe. And it's not just my dad's recipe. Generally in Greece, that's how we do. If you like the Bolognese version, I don't want to call it Bolognese, obviously it's not Bolognese, but this is what the Greeks do. We use cinnamon all the time because we love the aroma it gives to the mincemeat. Onion and garlic for a few minutes with the lid on to speed up things until translucent, which is something like that.
Having the lid on will help them keep soft, won't
It does.
Yeah.
And then crumble your mincemeat. I'm using 100% beef. You can mix that as well if you wish. A bit of pork, a bit of beef.
How would Spiros have done it?
This is the recipe.
Yes, this is Spiros' recipe.
This is Spiros' recipe all the way. Like these days, for financial reasons, it's more economic to use a bit of pork, especially if you're cooking for a big family. But this is my dad's traditional. So, work the mince with your spoon until it becomes nice and crumbly. I love that word, crumbly. I really like it. And that will take a few minutes. So keep stirring and chopping. I think now it looks lovely and crumbly. The hard work is over. Have to be patient and just give it a little bit of time. And you can see now there's no juices there because the meat, it releases juices and then it absorbs it again.
So you've got all the flavour there.
All the flavour is there. So okay. Now it's time to add a good glass of wine. You can use any wine. Red is better, but if you have white or rosé, it doesn't matter. Add your stock straight away.
And that's just a cube, isn't it? You don't have to go fancy with that.
No, don't go fancy. Stock cube, beef, chicken, mix both, doesn't matter. Crumble or tear a little bit of the bay leaf so it releases the flavor more. The cinnamon stick goes in, followed by plenty of pepper. And we're going to add more pepper later on for sure. And the tomato paste and tomato puree. That will thicken the sauce beautifully, and also it's going to give this lovely tomatoey, beautiful flavor.
So there's a very generous dollop of...
It is a generous dollop.
He loved his tomato paste though, didn't he?
Yeah, my dad used to say the best things a human ever invented was the television, the tomato paste and the spaghetti. Big spaghetti lover.
And what do we do with this now? Just leave it, don't we?
I'm just going to leave it to simmer slowly. I'm going to leave the lid off because I want the juices to absorb and dry up a bit and thicken. And in about 20 minutes, I would imagine this is going to be ready for the final stage.
We'll come back and see.
See you all in a minute. This guy smells delicious. Half hour, 35-40 minutes, doesn't matter, until you have this kind of consistency, nice and runny, to cuddle your pasta. And now the big decision is, what pasta we having with it? Are we having linguine? Are we having spaghetti? Tagliatelle or what? Turn the fire off at this point. And the last touch is, two last touches. A little bit of freshly grated nutmeg. Also adds a little addition to this beautiful dish. And also quite a Corfu. You know, in Corfu they use quite a bit of nutmeg. And finally, I didn't show you this in the beginning, a little bit of cayenne pepper. Give it a little, just a little kick.
Which they also use a lot in Corfu, don't they?
A lot,
Yeah.
in a lot of our dishes. Give it a good stir. That's it, put the lid on.
And boil your pasta.
Boil the pasta, go in the sun, have a glass of wine. And this is my dad's Makaronia Kima at its very, very best. So, thank you for watching us. See you all in the next video. Share this recipe with all your foodie friends and family. Everyone's gonna love it. Cheerio guys, see you soon.